bring both of them come on here. How much is that out? Let it come on now. Yeah, a lot. How much is that out? How much is that in? You got 5 inside. Bring email, bring email. Bring email. Bring email, boy. Oh, thanks. What? Daniel. Mel, come. Mel är så square då. Mel är så square. Kom. Alla. Ah. Well done. Stay back. You ain't getting no punch down in this one over here. Wooten, stand back a square leg and bring here. Wooten, wait till you can't put that command on there. We're bringing that there. Yeah, you come on too. Yeah. I think we're going to speed. Only young. Man, youth, you're not going to try nothing. You're not going to try nothing, man. You're only good in. Mel, wait, and it's also Mel. Mel, back. Timo, yeah, all right. There you go, run one to you. There you go, run one to you, easy. Yeah.
the only one? Understand? So Jets chasing 115 for victory, losing the wicket of Morton. 1 ball sent LBW by umpire Oscar Brown. That's how the game goes sometimes. So it's going to be Fabian Cranston, and he'll be bowling now to Curtis Static Store, who is swinging at that. Struck him on the pad outside the leg stump. So it's going to be Cranston once more. Moves in now to bowl to Door swings it away nice into the onside. Should be looking for 2 here. Patrick Newton, known to have a very weak arm. And 1 more to the total. So here goes once more. Cranston moves in now to bowl. He's swinging that one away. Again, it looks like Patrick Newton having a lot of work to do. The batsman decided to walk it through. So it's 1 more to the total that ends the over. So it's going to be Rakesh, and he'll be bowling to Jadel Allen. Here goes Rakesh, bowls, he's driving back up the strip to the bowler, reaching for that somewhat. Got to the pitch a bit and just decided not to go for the big heave, just stroked it back to the bowler. Here's Rakesh bowls. This time he's going for the big heave down the ground. That's a lovely shot. That's going to go all the way for 4. Straight down the ground. Lovely shot by Jadel Allen. Gets a pat on the glove from Rakesh, saying good shot. So Allen will settle once more. Rakesh moves in now to bowl to Allen. Short, swung away. That's a massive heave. That's a massive heave. Picked it up and heaved it over square leg for 6. Lovely shot that. Dragging it down was Rakesh. And he latched onto it. Gone for 6. nicely driven. That's a lovely shot down the ground. Sterling Marshall was wide and he was hitting it nicely, sweetly. Jaden Allen down the ground for 4. So 4 more to the total. These two building a nice little partnership here. Fabian Allen looking just a little rusty. So it's going to be Allen once more from the VOJN end. Moves in now to bowl. Full toss, swung away 4. That was a gift. Full toss on the bat, and Jadel Allen really has started superbly. Just swung it away for 4. Very expensive over this so far by Fabian Allen. He has decided to, by Fabian Cranston, he has decided to go over the wicket. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. The way Jadel Allen is looking, he looks like a man in nick. Here he goes. Cranston moves in now to bowl. He's struck on the pad. And maybe just missing leg stump. But on that occasion, he was going back on the back foot and looking to heave. I guess he just felt that I'm on top of the bowler, so I'm going to hit him. But that was a good delivery that time by Cranston. Moves in now. He's again flicking at that. Goes past the keeper. And that's the man Roomba doing wicket-keeping duties today. The captain, Joel Simmons, is in the outfield, directing traffic. So 1 more to the total. That brings Curtis Static Store. Has looked really good so far too. Both batsmen looking good. Then he's on the back foot again. He's struck outside the leg stump, but maybe should be going on the front foot. So twice now, Fabian Allen forcing them on the back foot and striking them on the pad. You'll have to say good comeback by Fabian Cranston. Did I say Allen? There's a Fabian Allen, but this is Fabian Cranston. Here he goes, bowls on the back foot once more. Gets it up to the bowler, looking for the single. The bowler stops it. So good finish to the over. Started really badly there, Cranston, but finished really well. So it's going to be Rakesh, and he'll be continuing now to bowl to Allen, who has roughed him up a bit. And he'll want to get his revenge, Rakesh, as he moves in now to bowl. He's turning it nicely into the onside. Sterling Marshall can't stop that. He's running down the hill. Sterling Marshall tried a bit of football. He's chasing after it. I don't think he actually pulled it in. Sterling Marshall pulled it in. And they're taking 1 for the return because that's awful work. He just relayed it to Veli Maynard. And so they went for the extra run there. So, bit of ragged cricket there by the Masters, preparing for a big tournament in the St. Martin in the next week or so. He hits that straight down the ground, powerfully in the air though. And that looks like Walwyn coming across and picking it up and getting the return in. It was in the air, probably even in the air going past Rakesh, but a little bit away from him. But it was hit hard. 1 more to the total. Moves in now to bowl to Allen. Allen is swinging in the air. It's in the air. Somebody's going after it. Somebody's going after it. That keeper gets his gloves to it and floors it. The keeper got across. Got both gloves to it. That was Roomba. Maybe telling Patrick, I thought you were coming for it. I don't know. So maybe a bit hesitant and just didn't glove it. And Jadel Allen gets away. Big chance that. When a man is nicking like that, you don't drop them. Here goes, bowls. He had a good delivery. Stodgy defensive shot there by Tactics. Looking dangerously back on the back foot, but managed to get the bat around it. But maybe needs to be on that front foot a little more to Rakesh, who bowls a stiff, slow medium more than leg spin. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's cutting that one. They're off and running. Patrick Newton is in attendance. And fires his return and hits the stump, and they should have gone for the second, but Tactics had his back turned already in park. So they settle for 1. So it's going to be Rakesh, and he'll be bowling once more to Allen. Bowls. Allen is getting it off the edge down to Cranston, but they're through for the single. He wasn't in control of that one. A bit of an edge down to third man. 1 more to the total. So it's going to be Patrick Newton into the attack, and he'll be bowling to, well, there's a change. Marshall has been moved from long on, exchanging now with Rakesh. Simmons deciding that when it comes to catching on the boundary, he prefers to see Rakesh in that position. So Rakesh has gone to the duties on the long on boundary. So Patrick Newton, one of the better left arm leg spinners on Nevis, Masters player and all, moves in now to bowl. He's on driving. They're off and running for the single. Maybe he might throw it away. Keeper does well to hold on to it, but that was young Daniel firing his return in. So Patrick Newton it is, bowling between the umpire and the stumps. Left arm leg spinners would have played for the Nevis in the under 15 tournament. They're off and running. Simmons is in quickly but can't prevent the single. So one more to the total. So Newton, economical kind of run up. So because of the singles that have been easily taken in the over so far, Simmons has placed an extra man now in the offside. And let's see if they can utilize the onside a bit more, playing against the spin. Here's Newton bowls. He's squeezing that one. And they're off and running. Still can't stop the single. So one more to the total. So even with the packed offside field, the batsmen looked at each other. And good communication between the two. And they were off and running. So deliberately not trying to go after Patrick. He's on a good length on line. They're just milking the ball in here. That one is back on the back foot and missing the leg stump. And Tatik's door struck on the back foot, but just needs to be on the front foot a little more. Struck outside the leg stump, flatter and faster that time by Newton. So it's going to be Sterling Heiliger, or Sterling Marshall as we know him, who will be into the attack now. Pretty useful off spinner. So the umpire warning Captain Joel Simmons that 4 men were not inside the circle, still in the power play overs. So 4 needed to be inside the circle. Could have called no ball. Give him a nice little tip. Here goes now, Marshall bowls. He's tugging that one into the onside. Fabian Cranston is racing across. Can he pull it in? He bubbles with it. And they have settled for 1 though, as he hauls it in eventually. So 1 more to the total. Short delivery that. So that brings Curtis Static Store, former Nevis top order batsman. He's slamming this one to the offside. Joel Simmons is having a run. He might be related to Usain Bolt. He pulls it in. They'll just settle for 2. And so 2 more to the total. Seems like a very heavy ball going out there. Or the outfield must be pretty heavy. It was hit pretty firmly. They only picked up 2. So Doe will settle once more. Marshall bowls to Doe. Doe watches it through and then belatedly tries to dab. It was pretty wide of the off stump. Umpire Brown must have been watching that. Must have watched that pretty closely. So here he goes once more. He's pushing forward. They're off and running. That's brilliant running. The keeper came out but just couldn't stop it. 1 more to the total. So that brings Allen back into strike. And it will be Sterling Marshall. Some repairs being done to the stump. Wicketkeeper Roomba, who has joined the Masters family and I think would be playing in the tournament that's upcoming. Here goes Marshall bowls flat and he's tugging that one away. That's high, hard and handsome. That's gone the distance. That's his second 6. Marshall was dragging it down and Jadel Allen just rocked back on the back foot. Heave ho, gone for 6. Asking for some water now. But that was a beautiful shot that by Jadel Allen. That's it. So they have gone to a backup ball as they look for that particular ball. So Allen will settle. Marshall it is, moves in now to bowl. He's on the back foot. That one was flatter, faster. Maybe should have been on the front foot. That ends the over. Marshall a bit disappointed as he walks away. That ends the over. and certainly this partnership being a little bit of a worry for the Masters family. Of course, young Daniel today got the wicket of his brother, and you should have seen the celebration. They play very competitively, these brothers. They're very talented. And now he's bringing out some water for J.Del Allen as he goes back. So Patrick Newton will be bowling his second over. We have a man at short third man, short extra cover, backward of point, extra cover. He's down the track. Nice work there by Curtis Static Store, showing that chipping to the bowler is still a part of the game. On driving, picking up a single. That brings Allen back into strike. Here goes. He swung at it. It goes past the keeper. The man is chasing after it. Well, chasing is using the term loosely, but fortunately, the ball pulls up on its own. That's really Maynard. He was struggling there after it. And fortunately, and it's a wide, so that's 2 more to the total. He tried the arm ball on that occasion, Newton. Does try a little variety now and again. Very useful bowler, I can tell you. So he moves in once more now to bowl. This time to Dodo is punching it into the offside. Simmons misfields, and they are off for the single. Taking his eyes off the ball, backed up by Sidney Newton. So it's going to be Newton now, moving in now to bowl. He's punching it into the offside. They're off and running once more. Sidney Newton waiting for the ball to come to him instead of attacking the ball. And they get a single very easily. So Newton, between the umpire and the stumps, very economical, would get you his overs very quickly. This time he's solidly forward, well bowled and well played too. That's it. So it's going to be Newton once more. Moving in now to bowl to Doe. Doe is driving past the bowler. They're going to get another easy single. Patrick Newton kind of hesitated in putting down his hand to that, and then kind of pulled away his hand, went through for the single. So Newton once more moves in now to bowl. He's on driving. That's a lovely shot, smooth into the stroke, and just stroking it along the carpet down to long on. Rakesh is in attendance. 1 more to the total. Allen just looks in top touch today. So too does Curtis Static Store. Both batsmen batting well. So it's going to be Sterling Marshall, and he'll be bowling from the far end. Oh, he went for the big heave. I don't know if this is going to get to the boundary. He's struggling. I think that might be buys. All 3 of them buys, and so it's 3 buys. Keep it and stop it. The ball, the outfield is sluggish, and they took their time to get free. They could have run 4. So Doe it is, will settle. Marshall bowls. He's bowled him. He has played right around the Static Door. Marshall is his buddy, but buddies don't work in these kind of matches. He played right around it there, Curtis Static Store, and Marshall has picked up a crucial wicket there for the Masters. So 2 wickets gone, and out comes one of those youngsters who has opted to play for Jets. I think it's Dishon, and he'll be featuring on Wednesday. Is Wednesday? No, he's not in Wednesday. Viogen is out of the semis for the primary school football, so he's out. But he's a very good cricketer. Had a couple of youngsters playing for Jets today. All of them very talented. Young Daniel, James, and the other off spinner and leg spinner, they all played well. Comes solidly forward, showing him the maker's mark. He's a Very decent batsman, I can tell you. Very confident in his own abilities as well. Marshall Bowes. He's punching it into the offside. They're off and running. Patrick Newton can't prevent the single. Good run that. So one more to the total. Looking pretty organized, the youngster. So right away the field spreads a little more. With Jadel Allen in strike. Here's Marshall Bowles. He's having a tug at that. Got the inner edge of the bat, but he certainly had big intentions there. He was looking towards the pavilion. I don't know if he had enough room though. The previous one that he hit for 6, he had a lot of room. I think he was more up on that occasion. Needs to be careful here. Marshall moves in now to bowl. This time he's more carefully, just playing it down to Veli Maynard at a short mid-on position. That ends the over. The wicket in that over. I think Deshaun carries the surname James, so let's hope I'm correct, but I think it's James. And he'll be taking strike now from Patrick Newton. Good test for the youngster. An experienced Masters left-arm spinner against a young upcoming batsman who I think one of these days will play for the Navy senior team. Maybe beyond that too. He's on driving. The man at short mid-wicket, Daniel. That's the brother of young Daniel who plays for the Jets team. And that's one more to the total. So it's going to be Newton from the VOJ and School End Bowls. He's beaten outside the off stump. The keeper was trying to whip off the bails, grabbing at the ball, failed to collect cleanly. So the youngster beaten on that occasion. How can he come back to the wily leg spinner? He's choking it, showing the maker's mark into the offside. And just another dot in the scorer's book. So he goes once more. Newton Bowes. He's punching at that one, doesn't time it. Hits it hard into the turf, goes into the offside, can't score. So Patrick Newton it is. Moves in once more to bowl. He's beaten as he was trying a dab, flatter, faster. Maybe should have been on the front foot. He was on the back foot trying a bit of a dab. So the youngster has his work cut out here against the wily leg spin of, this time he goes for the short, the arm ball, and he tugs it into the onside. They'll get a single. So one more to the total. Ends the over with a single. And maybe Jadel Allen might have a word with him, because he wouldn't want to be starved of the strike at this point of the game. After 10 overs, the score 58 for the loss of 2. He's driving it into the offside. That's Simmons, waiting for them to look to sneak through for a single and teasing them, but refuses to run on that occasion, the two batsmen. He's stroking it once more, this time to the left of Simmons, so moves across and picks it up. So can't score. Here he goes once more. A little bit of batting to pad there. So 3 dots so far. And maybe he should try to get a single and get Allen on strike. So another dot. And so another dot as it swings it into square leg. So it's going to be James once more. They're trying to give him a single. They're reversing, trying to give him a single. That's the end of the over, and it will be Jadel Allen on strike finally. So 11 overs gone. The score is 58 for the loss of 2. And Jets will have to be a little careful here with all of those dots. So here he goes, Bowles. Swept away. That's a lovely shot. That's gone for 4. I think it's going to go the distance. It's gone for 4. Lovely shot that. Sweeping it very well indeed. That's it, Jay. So it's going to be... It's going to be Patrick Newton. He'll be bowling once more to Jadel Allen. Bowls. This time he comes solidly forward, flatter, faster, probably on about off stump. And there was Allen coming carefully forward, just pushing it back up the strip on the offside. Another dot in the scorer's book. 62 for the loss of 2. In over number 12 as he moves in now to bowl. He's trying to tug that one. Thought about whether he should take the single or not, and decided to take it eventually. So 1 more to the total. Now the field is coming closer. They're trying to prevent him from getting a single. Comes quietly forward. Can't score on that occasion. Jadel Allen was already looking to go down. Jadel! Beaten outside the off stump. I think. So they're trying to get the batsman to take a single. Here he goes, bowls. He's beaten as he went through his legs. The arm ball, turning the arm over on that occasion the other way. And that ends the over. Well, it's going to be Allen. And he'll be taking strike from Marshall. Allen settles. He's punching that one, finds the gap. That's a lovely shot. Simmons is chasing for all his worth. The ball might slop. It will slop. They'll settle for 2. So Simmons chasing all the way. This heavy outfield there. The ball isn't flying away as we have seen in previous matches. Somehow the rain, the heavy rain, and the ball is slowing up in the outfield. But it was well struck. Settles over his bat once more. That time he's steering it into the offside. He might be thinking 2 here. And only a single. So 1 more to the total. And right away the field closes in on the youngster. But he's very capable. I've seen him hit boundaries at this level. And it's quite possible that with the fielding he could get one. He's stroking that one into the offside. But finds it was a full toss. Didn't really time it as he would have liked. And stopped by Simmons. Here he goes once more. Marshall bowls. Squeezes it into the offside. Daniel races in. Prevents the run. Hard return to the keeper. Can't score. So it's going to be Marshall once more. He'll be bowling to young Deshaun James. Bowls on the back foot, covers his stumps and just squeezes it into the offside. Yeah. Here he goes now. Punches it. And they can't score. That ends the over. So young Daniel, the right arm wrist spinner I think he is. His brother, the younger one, bowls off breaks. He bowled for Jets. I think he picked up the wicket of this brother, his brother. Picked up the wicket of his own brother, and you should have seen the celebration. Now, this Daniel, we understand, is a very good all-rounder. Bowls right arm wrist spin, bats pretty well too, bowls. He's hitting it deliberately. Oh, up and over extra cover, gone for 4. Lovely shot that by Jadel Allen. And Jadel Allen apparently has gotten to his half century, acknowledges the applause. So, well, I think that's his half century. There was a bit of an applause from the pavilion, but he's really batting superbly so far. Well, right away a man has been set on the deep extra cover boundary, and a man has gone out now on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Daniel moves in now to bowl to Allen, loops it up. He's punching that one. There's a man deep now. He's coming in and stops it and they get a single. So one more to the total. So it will be the two youngsters facing off now. Here it goes now. Left alone outside the off stump as he looped it up Daniel and just watched it through. Here he goes once more. He's stroking that one and they're off and running. Well, James would have been run out. Had he hit the stumps, James would have been run out. Direct hit would have done it. And fortunately got home. One more to the total. So young Daniel now will bowl to the experienced J.Del Allen. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl, loops it. He's tugging that one away. That's a lovely shot. That's gone for 4. Daniel screams in disgust as he realized that he dragged that one down. And there was Allen pulling it away for 4. So Daniel will move in once more to bowl to Allen. Bowls. That's a wide. He just watches it flow down the leg side. Rumba, the keeper, shadows the stumps, but he had moved. Flatter delivery, faster, off target. So he has a little variety here, young Daniel. Number 10 on his back, moves in now to bowl, flat, outside the offside, punches it. But there's a man deep, and I think they'll settle for the single because I think there's one more ball left in the over. Or is it the over? Well, maybe he shouldn't have taken that single. Ill-advised, I thought. And that ends the over, so he'll be off strike. No, he'll be on strike. He'll be on strike. So that's good work there by Allen, getting the single off the last ball of the over to get back on strike. Well, Rakesh has been brought back from the far end. We know that Joel Simmons is a wily captain, ever thinking, so he has decided to bring Rakesh back from the far end. But the way that J.Del Allen is hitting the ball, if he just goes a bit off length, he's going to be in for problems. I could tell you, he's going to go high, hard, and handsome. So here's Rakesh moving in now to bowl. He's turning that one into the onside. Sydney, come back, come back! Sydney Newton very slowly gets around and they get 2. So that's 2 more to the total. So when you say Masters cricketers, some of the Masters cricketers not as quick in the field as others. And he is sending him on the way, flat and fast, and struck him in front. Congratulated by Rakesh, but he was driving at that one, missed it, all ends up struck on the pad, and umpire Oscar Brown sends him on his way. So Jets could be in a spot of bother here now. So it's going to be Rakesh, and he'll be bowling now to Kyle Wilkes. Here he goes, Rakesh bowls, so Wilkes is driving it into the offside. And they're off and running. Marshall a bit slow getting to the ball, so immediately off the mark. So that brings young James back into strike. Here goes once more. Turns it into the onside, down towards Valley Maynard. Can't score, another dot. So it's going to be Daniel to bowl to Wilkes. Tugs at that, misses. As he dragged it down to Daniel, he was looking to tug it into the onside. Missed the shot. So Daniel will move in once more to bowl to Wilkes. Here's Daniel. Shot going down the leg side. Umpire Derek Parry is unimpressed. So here's Daniel once more. Moving in now to bowl to Kyle Wilkes. And again, struck down the leg side as he was comprehensively beaten there. Well flighted delivery, full pitch, and he played all around it, did Kyle Wilkes. So being deceived there by the flight of Daniel as he moves in once more. Flights again, he's down the track, he's hitting it into the offside. They should think two here, but they have settled easily for one, early for one, and just one more to the total. So let's see if James will take instructions. I just told him to start hitting out a bit. He has been very defensive, ultra defensive so far. Maybe needs to just whack one away. And that one. And it might be not out. And so he got home. Derek Parry was right there. Joel Simmons opting to go to that end. Good choice that by Joel Simmons. But Derek Parry is right there. And he says not out. So Kyle Wilson strike. He's having a heave at that. It's gone through. Daniel is appealing, still appealing. He wants to know what happened there. And the umpire is saying not out. So that ends the over. Kyle Wilkes will take strike effectively to start the new over. So it's going to be Veli Maynard into the attack. Another wily Masters off spinner. Has a knack of picking up wickets. There are days when he could be a touch on the expensive side. But when he's hot, and when he's not, he's not. So let's see which day today will be. But he's a very good bowler, Veli Maynard. Sometimes an imitation of Sunil Narayan. So Kyle Wilkes will settle. He tugs it down towards the man at long on, who races in Walwyn, and they'll settle for a single. This shot! So Veli Maynard moves in now to bowl. He's punching it into the offside, but the ball is not well timed, and so it goes struggling out to Simmons, who stops it easily. So here's Maynard. He's tugging this one into the onside. So now he's freeing up himself a bit, and they'll settle for a single. That. Well, as we went to change cards on the camera, Kyle Wilkes was comprehensively bowled by Veli Maynard. So that brings Mel Clark into the batting. She's turning this one into the onside. Probably even thinking of two. James wants two, but decides to go back. So one more to the total. So one more to the total. Here's Maynard moving in now to bowl to James. He's tugging this one into the onside. And now looking a lot more free in his stroke play. Getting one more. And that ends the over. Well, we understand that 18 runs required from 18 balls. It has worked out to be a very interesting game, this. So 3 overs remaining, 18 runs required. Lots of adjustments being made in the field. Joel Simmons always a cool, calm customer. Daniel, it is bowled. He's swinging at that. It's going past the keeper. They should look for at least 2 and decide against it. But it's 2 anyway because it's a wide and they cross for 1. So 16 required now. 16 runs required. And 17 balls remaining. That brings Melissa Clark in strike. Daniel moves in now to bowl to Clark. She's driving. They're off and running. Well, actually, it's 15 now required. Yes, here goes. Daniel moves in now to bowl. Pushes it into the offside, but finds Sydney Newton in the way. Crucial dot ball that. Are we gonna have a super over? Let's see, he goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's hitting it in the air. There's a man coming across. He dives. They should be looking for two here. Waldwin got a hand to it, but just couldn't hold on. I thought he started a bit late though, going towards that. So two more crucial runs. So I think 5 runs acquired in this over so far. Now it's young James still stroking it into the offside. They should have gone for the single there, and Melissa Clark decided against it. Said needing 18 from 18. I think they've gotten 5 so far. Here goes Daniel Bowes. He's driving in the air. They're off and running. And Simmons waits for it. They get another single. So 6 from the over so far. And I think 1 ball remaining. And Clark will take strike. So Daniel will be bowling to Clark in this very intriguing game. Moves in now. They're off and running. So that's 7 from the over. And that ends the over. Not a bad over by Daniel, but 7 crucial runs eked from it. And so they'll have a chat in the middle. So 9 runs required. 12 balls to be bowled. Melissa Clark in strike. Veli Maynard the bowler. Here's Veli Maynard bowls. She's tugging that one. Sydney Newton. A hopeless effort there. Hopeless effort. Hey, Melly! So 9, 8 from 11. That brings James back into strike. Crucial dot ball. 9 from 10. So Veli Maynard it is. Moves in once more to bowl. He's swinging across the line, struck on the pad. And the umpire, Oscar Brown, is not interested. Leg by signaled. 8. So 7 runs required. We're in the penultimate over as Veli Maynard moves in once more to bowl. Tugs this one into the onside. They should be getting probably 1 here. The fielder is in control. So 1 more to the total. 6 runs required. So 6 runs required. Here's Maynard moving in now to bowl. He's pushing it down, down towards a long on, and they get another run. 5 runs required. 1 more ball. 1 more ball in this penultimate over. Moves in now to bowl to, and she's trying to dab it, misses the shot, and so 5 runs required from the last over. Well, everybody talking to young Daniel. He's bowling a crucial over. Joel Simmons has entrusted him with this crucial final over, and that says a lot for the youngster. It means that he's saying, youngster, I trust you. You're bowling well, and I trust you to do this for me. 5 runs required. Here's the first ball. He's tugging at that. They're off and running. That's Sterling Marshall coming across, and just 4 runs required. Can we have a super over? 4 runs required from 5 balls. What a game we're having. Really interesting game this. So young Daniel has a big responsibility here. Melissa Clark settles. Beaten outside the off stump is a crucial dot ball that. It was flat and fast. So 4 balls, 4 runs. What a game we're having. If you haven't taken your pressure tablets as yet, well, you better run to the cupboard and get them. Here goes Daniel, moving in now. Melissa Clark misses. It's another dot ball. 3 balls, 4 runs required. What a game. Masters can pull this off. Masters can pull this off, you know. Melissa Clark would have to get bat and ball. Well, here's Clark. The bowler stops. 3 balls to get 4 runs. What a game. Daniel has bowled well. Beaten outside the off stump is another dot. 2 balls, 4 runs. Well, what do you say to the batsman in a situation like this? She hasn't touched one recently. No pressure, says somebody. We can have a super over here. Another dot ball. And it needs 4 runs from 1 ball. So it has to be a boundary, or Daniel has won it for Masters. Close your eyes, folks. And she's stumped. Daniel runs away and celebrates. And Masters has won this crucial encounter. So Masters has won. And entrusted with that final over, Daniel has done a fantastic job for his skipper and the Masters team.